Hey y'all, and thank you for tuning in to Divine Feminine Tarot Tea. Okay, if you like what you see, please go ahead. Please do go ahead, like, share, subscribe. Okay, hit the bell. If you want to be here every single time, me and the T team are over here getting it in with these good old tarot messages, okay? If you are looking for a personal reading from me, please do not be afraid to go ahead and hit me up at dftarottea@gmail.com. Our readings are $44.44, and they do have a 24 to 48 hour turnaround, y'all. If you just want to share a little tea, you just want to get something off your chest about one of the readings that really touched your soul, go ahead and hit me up at dftbox@gmail.com, okay? I will get to y'all as soon as possible with T-Box. I do love hearing from y'all, and I do love fellowshipping, okay? And also, if you want to hear more dark feminine messages, go ahead and check us out over there on the membership side with the dark feminine energy messages, okay? Where we just gonna be getting a little bit more into maybe a little erotica, maybe a little more of the witchy side of things, maybe a little bit more of the sensual side of things, you know what I'm saying? Maybe a little more of you better get down or lay down side of things, you understand me? But either way, go ahead and check us out over there with the membership, okay? Yeah. Somebody, we're going to go ahead and jump into these messages. Somebody has left a masculine behind. You left someone, but the energy that I'm getting is that you're extremely uncertain. It's like you left them, but I don't know if this was necessarily like a bad guy, but for some reason you moved on. Maybe you want to know if that was the right thing to do. Okay, we just want to check the energy out. Somebody is really wondering, like, did I go about that the right way? Okay. So we have the 9 of Wands here coming through, kind of on this side, the 8 of Cups on this side. Yeah, you're not sure if you should have stayed or gone. But you were pretty much dealing with just trying to stop whatever pain or irritation. Money. This man didn't have no money. Queen of Pentacles. 10 of Coins. You felt like, how are we going to build? You don't have no money. 10 of Coins is on this side. 10 of Pentacles is on this side. You didn't really see how the legacy could happen when this man really wasn't bringing in the money, and you stalled the relationship. The Hangman energy on this side, when you was kind of like, I'm not really seeing you. You weren't seeing the financial side of it, okay? You just weren't seeing that, okay? You weren't seeing him build on that side of things. And then here we see the 2 of Swords. You know, you was kind of feeling bad or feeling unsure of really standing and being loyal with this man and really being on like, we in it to win it, we in it for life. You didn't feel comfortable with that because you weren't really seeing that he was going all out. This man was like, mentally, you weren't even sure if he was all the way present with the King of Swords on his side. The High Priestess in reverse. People were starting to talk. Okay, you were starting to feel that people were starting to talk. Maybe like perhaps you were being the breadwinner. I'm getting the vibe there was some embarrassment that you were feeling in this situation. For some reason, you began to feel quite embarrassed. You know, you felt like maybe you were looking foolish type energy. Yeah, Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. Once again, you didn't even feel like a divine with him, okay? You just felt like, look at this King of Pentacles in reverse. This man was broke. Everybody was talking about it. You didn't even feel like you were really her in this relationship. You were starting to feel potentially taken advantage of, and like you were the male in the relationship. You had become the provider, and you just were totally disgusted. Like, this is the point in the relationship where you made the decision to move on. It was the point where you started to realize that you were not getting to really stand in your feminine energy because this man wasn't really the provider type of guy. Okay? That wasn't where he was strong, apparently. Okay? It just wasn't. It just wasn't. It just wasn't. So, you know, was he a bad guy though, or was he just like a little rogue? Okay, you turned your back, okay? You may have also gotten lost in some workplace shit that was going on. The vibe that I'm getting is somebody got a new job, okay? And there were some men down there that had a different attitude. That's the energy that I'm seeing. You found someone at the job that may have been this older energy, somebody that was a little more put together, and it kind of was showing up the fact that you weren't happy at home, okay? You got focused on your career, your work, your job, Queen Bee energy, and this man started to look like somebody that you just said, well, why are you here? It started to feel like that. I can't justify you being here. You're not really adding anything to my life at this point. This man is repeatedly calling you. He really wants to get back with you. I'm getting the vibe this man is really sad. Okay. Prior to this, he was being a bastard. Okay. He was acting like the fact that he wasn't able to contribute a lot was okay. You know, he was acting like this was something you should have just been cool with. It wasn't something that you were cool with, okay? You felt like this man thought that because he was sexually, I'm getting the vibe that he was sexually adequate, you feel that he thought that that should have been enough, okay? You know, that should have been good enough. That's what you thought. That's what you felt he thought, that, oh, you putting it down, so that should be enough, okay? There are times that this man, you do miss this man's sex. We ain't finna tell that lie, okay? But you, at this point, you wanted to be rid of him. This man may be drinking in the background. He's struggling to cope with the fact that you are gone. Okay, this is not something that's very easy for him to deal with, just so you know. Okay, but you ran. You felt like this man was in a position to potentially leave you trapped. And you didn't want to be trapped. You didn't want to get stuck in this relationship kind of energy with this man. You just was like, hell no. And you ran for the hills. And rightfully so. Okay, let's just be serious. You ran for the hills. This isn't something that you thought you were going to be able to handle. This isn't something that you thought you were going to be able to do. You could not just continue to support this man. It was making you feel like shit supporting this man. You had absolutely no qualms about getting out of the way. You felt that this man was keeping you in masculine energy. I'm getting the vibe that whenever you piped up about money, this man was making you feel like you was like thugged out or emotionally violent. You know, you keep coming at me about money. You're just harassing me about money. This man didn't have a clue about being a provider, okay? I'm getting the vibe that he didn't have a lot of relationship experience. And you being with you really illuminated that for him. You really made him see that he really didn't know a lot about relationships. He may have thought he did, you know, and he may have meant well, but this man didn't know a damn thing about relationships, and being in your life really brought that to the forefront. Sadly, okay? It really brought it to the forefront. Okay, so we see love, hate. This is where y'all kind of left off. There was definitely some things that left you hanging, okay? This is where things left off. You just walked off. You left them hanging to get back into your divine feminine energy. There were people even on your job, like I said, that saw you for who you were. You was not about to keep sitting there, not loving yourself, okay? Dealing with a man that just seems like he really was kind of like dead weight. You started looking for new direction. Okay, while this man you started to feel was only offering you reckless sex and kind of love that was sexual. You just didn't see him as mature. Okay, nonetheless, this is a situation where you are still kind of fucked up over it, over the way things happen, over the way things went. This is still something you're hurt about because you wanted to be married and you wanted to have a family. You were hoping for that and you keep thinking about that. But you didn't want to be the head of the family. I mean, that's not what you were all about. You may have been getting readings trying to find clarity on this because you were hoping this man will pop the question. Okay, but he was being a jackass to you. You had to let that go because you were like, he's not being the man in the relationship. Well, people can pick the craziest times to call. So you didn't want to end up being the man in the relationship. And that's the bottom line. But there's some reason here, though, that you're still kind of torn. You're still kind of feeling like, you know, maybe this could have went a different way. There is still a part of you that feels that way. Child, why? With this little broke ass man. There's still a part of you that feels like, you know, maybe things could have been done very differently. Okay? Page of Wands. Two of Cups, okay? The Hangman in the reverse. Somehow in this relationship, at some point early on, okay, we see the Page of Wands. When this adventure started, when your connection with this man started, you already kind of knew that this man was you know, kind of standing on one leg in terms of his finances and what he could bring to a relationship. It was not news to you that this man didn't have a lot of money, though it did turn into kind of a bad dream scenario for you. Maybe you didn't realize how broke and how undisciplined he was, but it wasn't news to you that he was broke and undisciplined. Things just, the scales just started to be a little too unbalanced for your taste, is what I'm getting, okay? Page of Cups in the reverse. Ace of Pentacles in the upright. You started to fall out of love when you had to be the one with all the money, and you started to become a little less pleasant to be around, okay? Queen of Wands in reverse. We see you being more domineering, less interested in sex, meaner, okay? Less happy to see his face. What happened was a lot of financial stress started to be put upon you, and you lost hope, you lost faith in a relationship once that financial stress showed up. Okay, you just could not find a way out of that Nine of Swords, and you wanted out of that commitment. Nine of Swords in reverse and the Hierophant in reverse. You no longer could find your way out of that hurt, okay? And you just wanted out of that commitment. Page of Pentacles in reverse. You no longer saw this relationship as rewarding. You really didn't. You just started to say, this is too much for me. Even though you may have known out the gate that financial prowess wasn't necessarily this man's, his strength, things seem to have taken a much darker turn, okay? At some point down the line, okay? We see the Ten of Cups coming through here in the reverse. The Ten of Cups is coming through in reverse. And what we're really seeing here with that is that you just started, and we see the Five of Wands in reverse. You didn't see any room for family here, and you stopped fighting for that. You was like, the Ten of Pentacles, y'all was already struggling. How was y'all going to move to a legacy, and you no longer fought? You didn't fight for none of this no more. You saw a Five of Pentacles. You saw like he's only offering half of some shit that a real man will offer. Okay, that's just where you was at. You was like, the money's not there. Look at this Five of Pentacles, baby. The money is not there. Okay, the money is not there. And this is the point in it where you started to think a little more realistically and say, you know what, maybe this is a bad idea. Four of Swords. You start to lay back and be like, maybe this was stupid. Maybe this ain't the direction I should have took. Okay, you started to rethink everything. You started to rethink everything. Okay. Church bells ring when the Judgment card comes through the building. Okay. We do see the Judgment card is coming through in reverse. Listen. That was the point in the game where you was just kind of over it. You was just over it. The Lover's card in the reverse. You was over it. You didn't want to be sexual. You were just like, I've had it. Because I can't see myself in a family with you. You're broke. You're broke. It was too much for you. He was broker than what you ever could have imagined. Is what I'm hearing, okay? Two of Swords. Queen of Swords in the reverse. Temperance in the reverse. Four of Pentacles in the upright. You know, you wanted to be loyal to him, but you just had to use your mind. You thought about it. Queen of Swords, you thought it through, and you balanced it out. It was like, this is stupid. Four of Pentacles in reverse. Like, why am I doing? Four of Pentacles in the upright. Why am I doing this? Why am I holding on to this? You start to really ask yourself these questions, okay? And we see Spirit really driving that point home. But the $1 million question I have is like, why he wasn't doing nothing? What the problem was? That's what I want to know. What was it? What had happened? What happened? Why he just was sitting there? Well, you know, this man has a bit of a temper problem, or maybe even just an attitude problem, more is a better way to say. Knight of Swords. This man has an attitude problem, and he tends to walk off of jobs. Knight of Swords, Eight of Cups. He tends to walk off of jobs because of his attitude. Okay? He tends to walk off of jobs and kind of wall himself off. You know, Eight of Swords right behind that. It's like, they didn't understand me down there. You know. Like, seriously. Yeah, he rides out. It's like when he's not feeling something, he just leaves. There's a lot of immaturity here. This man doesn't know how to stay the test through things. and really just hold on. He can't take any injury, anybody says anything wrong, or that was a bad day. This man is hopelessly immature. He can't stand to feel like he lost even an argument. 6 of Wands in reverse. Anything that's not making him feel victorious, he's like, I'm gone. He's weak. He's weak-willed. That's why the money issue, and a lot of times, y'all, just speaking, you know, the wisdom that's coming to me right now, a lot of times that is why people are broke. They're weak-willed. You have to be very willful to get money. In any society, in any economic space, in any country, you have to really be on your P's and Q's to get some money. Okay? And you have to really be willing to take some shit. And you have to be willing to try again. Okay? It didn't work today, maybe tomorrow. You have to be tenacious. And if somebody is not, you know, they don't have that, they're not going to be able to make it. This man can't stay in partnership with any damn body. Okay? 4 of Wands. He can't, in reverse, he can't stay in a partnership with companies. He can't stay in partnership with women. He can't stay in partnership with his kids because he can't provide for them. Knight of Wands in reverse. This man doesn't really conquer or overcome anything. Okay? He doesn't. He lets other people, he lets women drop money on him, and then he rebuilds his life with their money. Okay? And the minute they're gone, his life slows down. The Chariot in reverse. He doesn't have what it takes to stand on his own 2 feet. He doesn't, y'all. He doesn't. He's a little weak-willed. Okay? He's a little, you know, he doesn't have those skill sets yet. And so because of that, you ended up being the one that was always in the dominant position, because you were the one that was going to speak up, okay, about these things. You were the one. You were the one that was going to keep talking about it, and you were also the one who was more willful, so you were going to be the one that was going to bring in more of the money. This man was comfortable letting you live in what to you felt like a nightmare as a woman, okay, as a divine feminine. Queen of Wands, 7 of Cups in reverse. This felt like a nightmare to you. You were in shock. You were like, is he really finna let me live like this? You couldn't believe your ears. Okay, the Magician. Okay, you was in shock. You were like, he's not going to take action. He doesn't have any plans for the future. Girl, no. Let me clear it up for you, girl. No. He didn't have no future plans. What you thought this was? Okay, 10 of Wands in the reverse. 10 of Wands in the reverse, y'all. This is a situation where this man really just felt like, you know, it was okay for him to kind of, he wasn't experiencing a block. You were, okay? And that was okay with him. He wasn't working really hard and you were. That was okay with him, okay? He just didn't even see this as a cause for alarm, okay? The Emperor with the Queen of Cups in reverse. He was perfectly comfortable and confident with you being that uncomfortable, girl. 8 of Pentacles, okay? You were uncomfortable, constantly working, okay? Maybe even doing a little Uber on the weekends and stuff. And this man just, you know, he wasn't doing anything to change your fortune. He wasn't doing anything to really, truly lighten your load. And this is where your heartbreak came in with him. 3 of Swords with the 2 of Wands in reverse. When you really saw that he simply did not have any future concepts and any future goals that were going to lead y'all to really being able to stand together in a loyal, stable situation. 2 of Swords in reverse. When he saw that there was just no plan, when you saw that there was no plans in him for that, that was the point where you was like, okay, this is some bullshit. Okay? This is the point where you lost any faith or interest in this situation. Okay? That's when you was like, I can't do this. That's when it hit you, girl. That this was just like a stupid idea. Okay? 6 of Cups energy. You really wanted to return to a place where things were just, you wasn't really looking for him to be an enemy. You just wanted him the hell out of your life. Okay? He didn't have a dime. King of Pentacles in reverse. He wasn't dropping no money on nothing. This was making you very emotional. And he's also a very sexual man. Ace of Cups energy. He loves sex with you, and like we saw, he sexually, he brings it. So you just start to get to a point where you're like, this man is not doing shit for me, but he wants all of this sex. and he wants me to be so attracted to him. This is where you turn frigid. Y'all sex life died. Queen of Swords. Okay, you just turn frigid on the man. Because who wants to sleep with somebody and we up in here, and I know if I'm not up working a double shift tomorrow, the lights are going to be cut off and we ain't even going to be able to see how to have sex the day after that. Okay, we're going to be in here. You going to have your wanga jang jang and a hole in the floor, and I ain't even going to know the difference because the lights is out and you don't even know where I am. But you think that you cool laying up doing it all day, but we up in here sideways. That just wasn't your cup of tea to be out here living like that. Okay, you was like, this must be a joke. This must be amateur hour, because I know he don't think I'm finna live like this. Okay, so this is the point where you became very frigid. Okay, and this man started to see the future of the relationship. He started to finally notice the future of the relationship, and that the social aspect of it was starting to be blocked. You know, y'all being friends, y'all being cool, y'all being able to go out together, have a drink, have a good time. This man began to notice the shift in you. This man may be a Cancer, Libra, or Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. Water sign energy. And he started to get in his feelings. Okay, this man started to be brooding, is the energy I'm getting. Brooding, not talking, silent treatment. You know, like you didn't have every right to be upset. This man started to brood. Okay, 3 of Pentacles in reverse. Kind of not talking to you, not opening up, not telling you things anymore, just making it clear that he was unhappy in the relationship. 9 of Cups in reverse and the 4 of Wands in reverse. Who cares if you're unhappy in a relationship, though? You're not contributing. This man started to treat you in a way as though he was the partner that had the right to have their nose up in the air, because he felt that his sexual needs were not being fulfilled. And so his attitude towards you changed. And he may have started to go out in the street or just come up missing. You can't really say for sure what he was doing. But this man has started to become quite absent in the relationship, based on the fact that you weren't being as physical and sensual with him, as though him not being a provider was a non-factor. You were drained financially. You were drained energetically, okay? 10 of Swords is coming up here in the reverse. You were sitting up there stressed out all the time. Can't even hardly lay down and go to sleep because your body is aching so damn bad. 10 of Swords in reverse. And you had no fight left in you, no energy for sex, okay? You didn't even have no energy to fight with this man. And y'all, this man was sitting up there thinking that y'all should be having a lot of sex so y'all could have a lot of babies, okay? He was totally accepting of things the way they were, okay? And now this man's world is turned upside down, and he's grieving the fact that you was like, I can't take another minute of you, and I don't want to be committed to you, okay? I just don't want to have sex with you. I'm not trying to manifest any more children with you. The Empress is coming through here in reverse. You totally rejected this man, even though there were some things about him you did like. This was just too much for you, okay? And you're not manifesting anything with him, not even communication. 8 of Wands in the upright. And just know this man is sitting back pouting like things didn't go his way and that he didn't see it coming, child. Okay? Now it's all out in the open. This man is clear that you had no interest in sticking around him at all. You didn't want him. You didn't want to possess him. You didn't want to have sex with him. You wasn't obsessed with him. You wasn't thinking about him. You were la 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 la. You was just ready to get the hell on. Okay, church bells ring when that judgment card comes through the building. Okay, and ironically, this is the space that man is in. This man is in that space right now when it comes to you, where he's having to realize the reckoning. Okay, the judgment has come along that you just had it with his ass. Okay, 3 of Pentacles in the 2 of Pentacles in the reverse. You weren't even confused about it. Okay, you had decided that this man was basically like a grumpy moocher. And you didn't like that. You know, you just didn't like it. You didn't think he was much of a man. You just were disappointed. The Sun in reverse. You didn't see him as somebody that cared to go out in the world and show up and make an offering or conquer anything. And you equate that with masculinity. A man should be going out trying to rope the world down and make something happen. He was not like that. This man was comfortable as long as he could just like cool out, be social, lay around. Okay, and he was cool with that. He had no feelings, Page of Cups in reverse, about that. He didn't even care that people was kind of like talking shit. You cared, the High Priestess in reverse. You cared that it was getting out and people was acting like, ooh, she over there taking care of Greg's broke ass. He didn't have no problem with that. He was like, he was cool with it. He doesn't care about things like that. I know, right? Because you're not doing none of the work. He was perfectly okay with that. 3 of Cups is in the reverse. Okay? He was okay with that. He wasn't losing no sleep. You were, though. There was no celebration on your end that you had basically, to you, you felt like you had become a laughingstock. Okay? Knight of Swords in the reverse. You felt that you had become a laughingstock and you had no more fight in you. You felt that this man had no fight in him ever, and you just wanted out. Okay? You just wanted out. You felt that things had gone far enough. This done gone far enough. Okay? That's where you was at with it. You felt you had given more than enough, and it was time for the next wave. Okay? You know, you were comfortable with that. I'm seeing that I'm hearing that you may miss this man, but you was basically comfortable with the way things went. You know, and you're just falling back. Like, y'all are separated. Okay. All right. And you're in seclusion, and you like, well, you know, it is what it is. Off and on, hot and cold, attached, ghosted. This man feels like you ghosted him. Okay. Like I said, this man is trying to continue to message you and find you. He is in his feelings very deeply. But this was a karmic situation. You know, it was a situation that just was not going to go anywhere because this man just was not. And this is for the person, like I said, what I'm hearing, somebody was unsure. They were saying, you still are thinking like, I thought we could get married. I thought I was going to get married or be in some type of long-term partnership. And now shit is over with. And I'm still wondering, like, maybe I could have been more patient. Girl, no, you couldn't have. Wasn't nothing coming of that. Wasn't nothing coming of it. It was a karmic tie. There was nothing coming of that. What you thought you saw, that is what it was going to be. You were going to be sitting up there in a 10 of Cups with somebody that was letting you go out and work yourself to the grave because he doesn't see the need to make things different. That's just not his makeup. He was okay with you providing everything, and he up here blowing seeds every night before y'all mess around and be like the Jacksons. And it'd have been 9 of y'all asses over. Can it be I stayed away too long? Okay, y'all have been over there hoping one of them little things could sing or something to put some food in this house. And he would have been comfortable with that too. He'd have been comfortable with one of them kids out there pop locking and dropping to put some money in their fidget. He would have been fine with that. He would have been fine with that. And that's what you got to know. He actually would have been cool with that. Okay? Love child. If what I tell you, he would have been cool making these babies. And you now you got to take on a double shift. You driving Uber, you driving Lyft, you delivering packages. He would have been fine with that. He would have been fine with that, okay? He would have felt like y'all were just building a family and running in the meadows and we're having a great time. He has no problem with this. So now he's sitting over there drinking and engaging in a toxic lifestyle, probably getting his drink money from one of these comics, okay? Because you're gone. This man feels rejected. He has fallen into a depression, okay? You may hear about it because he's going around and around and around in his life with these types of problems, you know, dating people who just don't want to foot the bill for him, okay? They just don't want to foot that bill. Make sure you're not pregnant as well. Okay, we're getting a lot of pregnancy energy this Aquarius season. Make sure you're not pregnant. Okay, you got out of there, but make sure you got all the way out of there. Okay. Shocking news. Yeah, make sure you're not pregnant. This man also may kind of get a little stalkerish. Shocking news, psycho, pregnancy. If you are pregnant, this man is gonna be on your ass. He's gonna kind of be like extra, okay? Hopefully, though, this is just a goodbye. You won't really have to worry about this again, okay? It's just a goodbye to this romance. Then I'm saying bye-bye, bye-bye. Don't leave me, babe, okay? Can we make love just one more time? Don't fall for can we just make love one more time. I'm promising you that will be the time that you get pregnant. Do not fall for that because his pregnancy energy is around this reading. Don't be no fool. Don't have to learn this karmic lesson twice and the hard way, okay? There is twin flame energy with you and this man, but please, 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 don't ever let this man know how much money you have again. Don't get involved with him again. Keep all those things from him secret. Move on with your life. Okay, this man may fall into sex addiction now that you're gone. He may even find himself, you know, these guys want to pick up these girls on these apps and shit like that. This may have also been an issue he had, because we see police station. You may find out that this man, you know, they go on these apps and get robbed by somebody or something. This man is really going to go down. Look at this, losing sleep. He's really going to go down over this breakup, because it's a breakup that left him feeling very inadequate as a man. Okay, losing sleep because he's not a divine masculine. This is stressful for him that he wasn't able to get him the energy needed to keep yet another woman. You are not the first woman that moved on from him like this. Okay, and this is very much bad news you may hear about this man, because his true colors are really about to come out. That he really is, he's just kind of a loser. Like, he's not even gonna try to pick himself up after this. Like, we don't even see that. He just gonna kind of just go downhill into heartbreak and just let that overtake him. Like, he's not a fighter at all. Well, for whoever was out there, you saying, was this a good idea to break up with him? Yeah, it was. He just was not ready for what you was ready for. Okay, if you have enjoyed this Divine Feminine Tarot Tea, please go ahead, like, share, subscribe. Okay, hit the bell. If you want to be here every single time me and the T team are up in here getting it in with these good old tarot messages. If you would like a personal reading from me, please go ahead, hit me up at dftarottea@gmail.com. All readings are $44.44. If you have any gossip you want to share, go ahead, hit me up at DFT box, okay, at the DFT box at gmail.com. Okay, and if you want to go ahead and get into some of those more dark feminine readings, go ahead and hit us up with the membership over there at the membership side, with the dark feminine side. Okay, with our dark feminine smoke and fire. And as always, I will catch y'all in the next one.